Johannes Kepler was a German astrologer, astronomer, and mathematician who was born on December 27, 1571 in Wilderstadt, Germany.
Kepler lived to be 58 years old, which was a long life in the 17th century. He died on November 15, 1630 in Regensburg, Germany.
Kepler came from a small town and planned to be a theologian. A theologian is a person who is an expert in theology. He also got his degree in philosophy at the University of Tübingen.
Kepler discovered the three major laws of planetary motion. The first law was that the planets move around the sun in ellipses with the sun at one focus. An ellipse shows a flat plane that intersects a cone in a direction that is not parallel to the base of the cone. An example of an ellipse are the rings of Saturn. An ellipse is part of the conic sections, which are shapes obtaining by slicing a cone with a flat surface. By using this flashlight and shining it at a flat wall at a perpendicular angle, it creates a conic section.
Kepler's second law states that the line connecting the sun to the other planets sweeps equal area and equal time. This means that a planet covers the same area of space and time no matter where it is in orbit.
Kepler's third law states that the square of an orbital period of a planet is proportional to the cube of the mean distance from the sun. This means that a planet's orbital period is proportional to the size of its orbit, its semi-major axis. This is a mathematical law. The formula that is used to express the third law is T1/T2 squared equals A1/A2 cubed. This formula is used to find the distance from the planets to the sun.
In our solar system, the sun is the main source of energy. Here's the sun. It is represented as a tennis ball. What you just saw was the Earth going around the sun in a full elliptical orbit. The sun is the main focus point for all the planets. So each planet will go around the sun in their own period to complete an elliptical orbit.
Johannes Kepler discovered the laws of planetary motion. He was an assistant under Tycho Brahe and achieved much of his work around the same time as Galileo. Kepler played an important role in the 17th century scientific revolution when he discovered the laws of planetary motion. Kepler did not consider these to be laws at the time, but rather celestial harmonies that reflected God's desire for the universe. His laws went on to help Isaac Newton devise his own theory for universal gravitation. NASA launched a mission named after Kepler on March 6, 2009. It was a space telescope that went to search for other Earth-like planets. His first law states that planets' orbits are ellipses with the sun at the focal point. The second law states that planets move faster the closer they are to the sun and slower the further away they get from the sun. The third law states that the period squared is equal to A cubed, A being the length of the planet's semi-major axis. When Kepler's mentor, Tycho Brahe, died, Kepler took his notes and the title of imperial mathematician. Kepler was a Lutheran, and so he was forced out of Prague in 1612. There he went on to predict a pair of transits by Mercury and Venus on the Sun. He unfortunately did not get to see these events, and his grave was demolished within 2 years because of the 30-Year War. Kepler was the first to explain the use of both eyes in depth perception, the first to coin the word satellite, the first to describe how vision works by refraction inside the eye, the first to describe how a telescope works, and the first to derive the year of Christ, which is now universally accepted. He was also the first to explain that the tides are caused by the moon. He described real, virtual, and upright images, the properties of total internal reflection, and he also wrote the first defense of Copernicus's heliocentric model.